Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Google Opinion Rewards. Just got notification. I keep getting these from time to time. Maybe 4 or 5 a week, depending on how active I am. So, anyways, in order to get this notification from the app, well, you got to install the app, right? So, this is a Google app. Let's see here. I want to say it's called Rewards. But in the store, let me just show you real quick what it's called in the store. It's called Google Opinion Rewards. It is a Google app. There's about 10 million people. I'm not sure if you can use this outside the United States. I want to say it's restricted to the United States because I've never had any um, questions about places outside the United States. So I'm thinking that this is US only. It could be wrong. I'll check up on that. Now, the app itself is very simple. You earn Google Play credit and you complete survey questions, and you can use Google Play credit for apps, games, and all that good stuff. So you're gonna see a notification pop up on your phone. Basically, it looks like this trophy icon on the top over there. And once you click on that, or once you go to the app, you'll see that there's a survey available. And usually the surveys expire in a day or 24 hours. So these are some of the sample questions. It asks you for your gender. And sometimes you get rewards starting at 10 cents, and it can go all the way up to $1, depending on how complicated the survey is and how many questions they've asked you and so on. And this is on a tablet. So now that we've seen how to get the app, this is the actual app itself and the surveys that I'm going to respond to. So it gives you a little bit of information about the survey. It's going to ask you questions about your Google Assistant activity. Google Assistant obviously is, the competition for Siri that you can speak to, ask questions, navigate, things like that. So it's using that data to then ask me questions. Most of the questions they have asked me, I've noticed, are either surveys for hotels I've stayed at or it's about payment. So in this case, it's asking me about my Google Home device, which I actually do own. Um, it's a pretty nifty and neat device. I do like my Alexa better for certain other things, but then Home is good for things that Alexa can't do, and I'll get into that in another video. But for now, this is a survey on my Google Home. Yes, I do own a Google Home device. Have you recently said any of the following phrases to your Google Home? Turn off the living room light. I just said that. I just literally just said, "Hey Google, turn off the living room light." And you hear my Google go off again. Turning the living room off. There you go. So that has been captured and transmitted to Google, which has then used some kind of algorithm to formulate this survey question, and then that's popped up all in the span of 5 minutes. That's some scary, scary stuff right there. But at the same time, it's pretty cool. I gotta say, how fast they put all of this together. So, anyways, yes, I did say turn off the living room light. And if you look at these other options, they're not even close to anything that I would. Well, maybe the third one, right? I might have asked the third one at some point, but these other ones are just randomly generated choices. I guess they're like quality control. So let me hit next. How satisfied were you with Google Home's response to the phrase turn off the living room light? I was actually very satisfied because it turned off the living room light. So it's pretty simple there. And question 4 or 5, what issues did you experience when you used Google Home for the phrase turn off the living room light? If there was no issue, select other and then type none. So the response was not too slow. I'm going to say none because I'm completely satisfied. Last question, not limited to your most recent experience, what stops you from using Google Home more often overall? So, well, honestly, Google's Home responses are pretty helpful. That's the one thing I like about Google Home versus Alexa is that I can ask it really detailed questions about like something really random and it'll answer it, right? Something that you wouldn't even expect an AI to answer, and it does. And then sometimes, shockingly, it won't answer or do basic things. Like for instance, if I were to say, "Hey Google, send text to Kristen,"
Sorry, I can't send text yet.
So it can't send text yet, and for me that's just a no-brainer. I mean, if the Google Assistant can send text, then Home needs to do that. But for me, I guess it fails to understand me. That's really what the most annoying characteristic of Google Home is. You really have to speak up, or it just fails to understand you. So that's my survey, and as you can see, if I wasn't talking or if I wasn't trying to gather my thoughts, I would be done with that survey in about, I don't know, 10 seconds. So 10 seconds, half a dollar, I think that's a pretty good ROI on your time. And overall, I think this is a great way to earn credit to buy or upgrade apps on the store. I mean, look at it. I got $36.35, and this is for 2018. And if I look at my reward history, you'll notice that I have $102.30 that I've made since I signed up for the app, which was 2014. But as you'll notice, wasn't really that active 14, 15. Really started getting active 17. Like you can see a bunch of 17s on there. Look at that, all the way. And I was going to, use my phone phase back then. I guess that has changed clearly. So here I am. These are my opinion rewards, $102, which I think is great. I can buy apps. I can, buy movies, music, pretty much anything that you can purchase with your Play credit. So that's my Google Opinion Rewards video. Please like and share and subscribe for more videos in the future. Cheers.